Hey, this is Gracie Opulenza, and I'm all about eccentric and an opulent lifestyle. And have a look at it, gracieopulenza.com, from luxury. And for the first time in my life, I thought I'd go for Shein swimwear. These have not even lasted 2 weeks. So when you support this brand, yeah, look at this. That's what you're supporting. So there's not much I can do about this, not even 2 weeks. And I have the same with Zara, and I have the same with Primark. I never buy them, but occasionally I do to prove a point. Now, if electric vehicles are getting hammered for sustainability, getting hammered for zero, what about fashion? Why is it getting away with it? Why is Primark, H&M and all the fashion weeks, why are they allowed to saturate the market? China, and there's a big campaign in the electric vehicle cars that Nissan, Honda, Germany, in the UK are taking them on. They don't want the electric cars from China to come in and saturate the market in Europe and in the UK, because it will destroy brand value. Do you understand that? And that's what when you buy from Shein, you're destroying brand value. You're destroying artisans. And all this whole eco nonsense. Fashion is the most polluted industry in the world. Look at this, not even 19 days. Look at this. Elasticity's poor, made out of China. I have sea folly that have lasted 4 years, 5 years. So buy quality. Look at this, it's disgusting. When I swim, I'm Kenya West, whatever he calls himself's wife. Breasts everywhere, in a public pool in the condo, on the Koh Samui, the White Lotus here in Thailand. Beaches, look at this, not even 19 days. Look at that. Disgusting. So again, why isn't the fashion industry being held accountable, flooding the market for nasty fashion? Shein, Shein, it's a disgusting platform that is allowed to sell crap everywhere. And as the West, you're supporting it. The electrical vehicle market is being hammered in Paris, in London. You can't drive anything that doesn't compare to zero emissions. But here we are in the fashion world, the most polluted in the world. The governments are not being held accountability. How come they're getting away with it? Primark, Zara, H&M, boo-hoo. And you're supporting it by buying it. Look at this, 19 days. I don't know what to do with it. I could, I paid €15 for it, but that's not, and I wanted to compare expensive brands swimwear to this, 19 days. And when I swim in it, as I said, breasts everywhere in a public area. It isn't good. I knew this would happen, but I wanted to prove a point. Why isn't the fashion industry having this whole zero intolerance? Why aren't we boycotting labour like China, right? Why are we tolerating it? We've got TikTok in the US trying to be banned. We've got the EV industry, so Honda, Nissan, protecting their brand awareness. We've got the UK petitioning to the government to protect the EV industry in Europe and UK, so we don't have the saturation of electrical vehicles diluting and coming in and flooding the electrical market in Europe and in the UK with their cheap cars. I'm in Thailand. I see them. I see how cheap they are. China is making these brands that may not last long. So just like Shein and Primark and Zara, you'll be dumping your cars in Europe because they'll go bust and you won't be able to drive them. Now, why is the fashion industry not having the zero tolerance? Why are we, the consumer, have to be held accountability by buying fast fashion crap that ends up in our pools, in our seas, in our fish? Do you understand? Look at this. Look at this, 19 days. My breasts are exposed publicly. It feels horrible. Not even 19 days. What am I going to do with it? These fall off. Look, large, because of the poor quality of the elasticity, because of the labour, the cheap labour. Why are you buying crap from China? Australia notorious. I go to Australia and it's horrendous. I notice the fashion in Australia a majority of it is made in China. Same here in Thailand, right? But, you're in Southeast Asia. Why is it that the electrical vehicle industry is being held accountable for zero emissions, but fashion is still in 2024 getting away with it? All these fashion weeks, all these designers, why are they not being held accountable? Why does it have to be left to the consumer? Everyone buys from Boohoo. You buy crap after crap. You have it in your wardrobe. It looks crap. I can spot nasty swimwear, nasty t-shirt and dresses from Shein a mile away. This is the first fast fashion I've bought in about 3.5 years. The reason I've bought it, because I want to prove a point. This is just disgusting. Not even 19 days. I can't swim in this costume because I breasts everywhere. Not a good look in public. And yet the electrical vehicle industry is being brutally held accountable because of our environment, right? Zero emissions. And yet the fashion industry is still getting away with it. Why isn't London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week and Milan Fashion Week being held accountable for saturating more and more of the market? Why is Honda, Nissan and the UK and Germany fighting back against the very worrying saturation of the electrical vehicles that are being made in China that are going to come into Europe and UK, and just like Shein, they're going to be dumped because those companies are going to be bust. They're not, the infrastructure of charging electrical vehicles is just still very poor in the United Kingdom. I know, I review cars. Why is the UK, Honda, Nissan and Germany worried about the electrical vehicles saturating the market from China in the coming year? I'm here, I see them, I see these cars and I think, I wonder how many brands are going to go bust in the next year, because all China is doing is saturating the market by building electric cars. They don't care in the end if they just die and be dumped. And why isn't the fashion industry being held accountable? Look at this, 19 days. I've got swimwear that are still fantastic in its fabric and elasticity after 5 years. Why is Australia saturated with China crap? I'm in Southeast Asia. I expect it. I still buy quality stuff from Luang Prabang, Laos. Have a look on gracieopulenta.com. Korea. But generally, I talk to people here. It's a platform called Lazada. People are buying stuff here in Koh Samui and some come broken. And because it's so cheap, we don't even care and we throw it in the bin. Well, that's not me. But why isn't the fashion industry? It's 2024. It's saturated. We've got enough denim to last a lifetime. I see it in Bangkok markets. I see it vintage denim that we could upcycle, and H&M and Zara and Primark and Calzedonia. I see the quality deterioration, like the Chinese saturated electrical vehicle market that's going to flood Europe and the UK, and everyone's worried. So why aren't we holding the fashion industry accountable? Why aren't we doing that? Why are they getting away with it? With the electric vehicle market, with the diesels and petrols, they've been brutally brand association, brand destruction, what you call disruptive marketing. But why is it that in 2024 we still can buy from Shein and Boohoo that Karen Millen crap? Have a look on gracieopulenta.com. The Karen Millen that I owned of 20 years ago is nothing to what they're selling now. Why is the fashion industry around the globe being able to just look at the runway like Zara, Primark, copy it and get out there faster than a Ferrari? Where is the accountability? It can't be on us. It can't be on the young because they just, with all the algorithms of social media, impulsive buying, you just go for it. Look at this, not even 19 days, poor quality, poor elasticity. What do? Going to go back to Italy. I'll be there very soon, and I'm going to really compare of the quality brands made in Italy, fabrics in Italy, elasticity in Italy, all the hardware, all the manufacturing in Italy happens in Italy. Do you know that currently Italy, because of its manufacturing, is killing it all over Europe? Why? Because they never compromised in selling their soul when it comes to manufacturing. But I'm going to talk about made in Italy in another video because the stupid Italian government, anything made in Prato, which is an industry zone of Italy, you can make 40% of the products in Prato, in Italy, and you can ship it to China, finish it off, and it's deemed 100% made in Italy. There is a dedicated Chinese factory in Italy that only have Chinese workers. Where do you think, and why did you think COVID started in Italy? Because there was a lot of products being shipped from China. The Italian government, shame on you. So that's why you need to buy vintage Italian, because the Italian products where it says made in Italy, especially eyewear, and I've got first-hand information on this, I'm going to write about it, it's not made in Italy anymore. The big conglomerate, I'll put the link in, is no longer owned by Italy. It's owned by a brand in China, made in China, slapped made in Italy. Do you know Fiat is no longer owned by the Italians? It's owned by Renault in Paris. Big hoo-ha there. Why is the fashion industry able to get away with no accountability, zero emission, compared to the electrical vehicle market? Why is there a panic from Nissan and Honda and the United Kingdom and Germany for the protection of brands like Audi, like Jaguar? Jaguar's fallen off a cliff, we won't even get there. Like Aston Martin, we've got zero emissions, we've got the Mayor of London really hard, and yet fashion is not held accountability. Why isn't London Fashion Week? Why are they allowed to continue to promote clothes we don't need, clothes that are made from China, fabrics coming from China? Why aren't we, and I've always said it, buy in Europe, keep it in Europe. Now Zara, during the pandemic, because of the lack of containers coming in and the inaccessibility of China, they went to Italy and they said, you need to help me. So I saw in 2021 and 2022 wool from Italy, made in Italy, and I loved it. And I don't know if Zara is continuing to do that. I'll go and have a look, because I don't buy from Zara, Primark, let alone H&M, Boohoo or Shein. Shein is disgusting. It is like blood and diamonds from Africa. Shein is the labour, they don't care, and yet we're still supporting it. I bought this because I wanted to see the quality. Not even 19 days. Why is social media, why are we not really coming into the fashion industry of zero emission, like the electrical vehicle industry, right? Why are we allowing the most polluted industry in the world to get away with it? No accountability. It can't be on us. The consumer does not have the self-control. Those algorithms on social media are there to entice us to buy it. Lazada, a platform here, I'm in Southeast Asia, in Thailand. I paid 10, 15 euro. I feel it's cheap. Is it cheap? I only buy vintage. You can check it all out on vintagestyleclothing.com and gracieopulanza.com. I can see the quality of the clothes that I wear and my children wear, and I'll show you that when I'm back in Italy. Why aren't we buying clothes 100% made in Italy? The fabrics in Italy and in the factories, there's so much out there, and yet you're thinking cheap, poverty mindset. And I'll say it again, the electrical vehicle industry from China is going to come into Europe. Honda, Nissan, Audi, UK and Germany are panicking, and so they should, because it's like Shein in a car form is going to saturate the market in Europe. You're going to have cars being dumped, you're going to have brands that don't work. It's a disruptive market, which I'm all for it, like Airbnb, like Elon Musk, but we're allowing it. Let's talk about fashion. Why is the fashion industry, like London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, why are they allowed to continue bombard us with trends that we don't need, that are recycled over and over, year after year? Why isn't Primark, Zara, H&M, the Interdex Centre, why aren't the governments holding these accountable? Why aren't they saying, right, there's zero emission, and don't be fooled, I have a look in H&M and, recycled. Absolute nonsense. Don't be deceived by the marketing. So here we are, 19 days, Shein. I swim in it, everyone sees my breasts in a public book. After 19 days, I buy quality and swimwear that I still have for 5 years. So when I'm back, I'm going to definitely compare the swimwear of today, high end. I got a feeling that the fabric's coming from China, and yet we support it, and yet we keep buying it, and yet it ends up in our sea, and our world's getting hotter and hotter, and we're allowing it. I'm calling it out. Why is the fashion industry not being held accountable like the car industry? I review luxury cars. It's been brutally destroyed. Brutal. The no diesel, the no petrol, the classic cars. What's going to happen to them? Why is China ready to saturate the market of Europe? Nissan, Honda, Audi, Germany, UK are panicking, and you should be. It's like a landfill dump of electric cars, and it's the same with fashion, and it's got to stop. Why is it? Why is Shein? Why aren't we banning it? Why is US trying to ban TikTok? Why aren't we banning anything coming out of China? Because it's $1 billion industry that sends us broke. And I'll say it again. Don't try to look rich, end up bankrupt, and there is so many people begging for bread right now, and you go and buy crap like this. And I did it deliberately, I knew it. Not even 19 days, and it ends up in our sea, in our fish, and in our health. I'll say it again. Why is the fashion industry not being held accountable? Especially at the fashion weeks. And we've got more coming up, and we've got the men's coming up. The same crap recycled year after year. I say it. I don't need anything more in my wardrobe. I'm all vintage. The quality will last my lifetime and my children's lifetime, and I'm proud to say they know the difference. And as Iris Apfel said, and I said, it's easy buying Shein and stuff from China, but where's your individuality? Where's your style? Look at this. Not even 19 days. Poor crap coming from China, and the government are held responsible. Zara, H&M, Primark. Why aren't they being dictated to and held accountable for zero emissions like the car industry? Why is it London Fashion Week and I saw their collection? A lot of that fabric is coming from China. It's wannabe designers. Now Milano no one at the Milano Fashion Week should be 100% made in Italy. But is it? The Italian government years ago, and they should retract that. There's a big Chinese factory in Italy, and it's Chinese workers only. 40% is made into Italy, then it ships to China and it gets finished off and then exported back to us, 100% made in Italy. Think about what you're buying in Italy. Check out on gracieopulenta.com. I'll show you 100% artisans. I buy direct and I promote direct, right? That's what you want to be going for. Vintage is what you want to be going for. We have enough clothes to last 500 years and more, and yet the fashion industry is not being held accountable. You know, and Shein is disgusting brand, disgusting. Primark, Zara, H&M. You got Marks and Spencer as well. Everyone, I see it. I watch it. Oh, there's a maxi dress. Oh, there's a Kim Kardashian body form. Same crap with a different brand name. Do you understand? Where's the individuality? Welcome to our world. Think about COVID. How much did you buy or you didn't buy? I sold. And in my storage, and when it comes out, I'm going back to Italy to find my villa, you're going to see the quality that I've had for years. My biggest regret is giving away my clothes from Cava and Millen jigsaw whistle of 25, 30 years ago. They were amazing, but I can get them back. Why is the fashion industry not being held accountable regarding zero emissions and our world? Yeah, Greta, you keep talking about Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian and the super yacht world and their jets. Why aren't we hitting the fashion industry? The sexual exploitation. I've worked backstage. I've seen it firsthand. Why is the fashion industry getting away with it? Because why are we tolerating it? Shein, dump it. It's disgusting. Look at that. What can I do with it? We'll take it to Italy and we'll see if we can put better elastic in it. Whatever. Disgusting.